All right, guys, we're back with some more Monster Energy Supercross 5. Today we have a 2022 Denver. Now, this was probably the easiest or most simple track we've built this season. Pretty easy, standard layout to it. Has a bit of sand, and we got it done in our first try. Usually, we have to make a second track, but I was pretty happy with this one. It does have one big quad on it that I don't think they're going to do, but for the most part, the layout, the jumps, and where the jumps are, and all that stuff is the way the track map shows it to be. So yeah, the track is pretty good. It should be pretty fun. We will validate this track. Sean, remind me. But yeah, let's jump into 2022 Denver. All right, so 2022 Denver, this track is pretty basic. It's pretty simple. It is, if you will, easy peasy lemon squeezy. Now, I'm not a Supercross. I'm not racing the track, so it just appears to be a more simple track. But, for someone like me, no, I couldn't get around it. But compared to the other tracks this season, it does seem pretty simple. Pretty easy rhythm section. A triple, Supercross triple, whoops, and then this rhythm section. And this is the only rhythm section I feel like is going to have a possibility for different lines on it because of that table. Now, it is possible that everybody's going to take the track the same way. And I said this is an easy track, but I'm not going to say it's a bad track because I felt like Arlington wasn't that good of a track, but that might have been the best racing of the season, right? So I don't want to say I feel like the track isn't good. This track, it feels like a pretty standard Supercross track for a football stadium. And it feels like it doesn't have anything crazy dangerous on it. We were talking about Death Cross this year, and some of you guys felt like some of the tracks have been a bit sketchy, but then there was a bunch of you that felt like it wasn't a big deal. And I'm not saying I disagree with anybody, but it was for conversation's sake mostly. But yeah, this track doesn't feel that way, but it could have really good racing. And this is a football stadium, so we do have third person if you're a third person guy, but I always enjoy the first person. But for some reason, I was better at first person in Supercross 4, and in this game, it's like I struggle, especially, on the stock tracks, not so much, but yeah. So talking about the race, I kind of want to talk about the race a bit more than the track because I don't really have much to say. That this section, I guess I will say this first, but this section, it's kind of it's that new whoop at the beginning, because I feel like a lot of times when they have that smaller jump off the start straight, off the first turn, they end up rolling it. And so I feel like they could roll it, but more than likely they'll go triple, not quad. But again, they have had a bunch of quads. Somebody did say that, why would the tracks be any dangerous this year than they have any other year? Well, I feel like the whoops have been insane. I think it was A2. Like, most of 250 class crashed in those whoops. I mean, when you have some of the best riders in the world going down or saying that they're backing off because it's so sketchy, that's like a sign of being maybe a little bit too much. But I'm not the rider. I don't build the tracks. I'm just giving a spectator's opinion, right? And then the other thing that kind of makes it feel like some of the tracks have been kind of crazy is the amount of quads. I mean, yeah, somebody said the bikes are better, the riding gear, the safety gear, the precautions, having the safety nets and all that stuff has made the sport safer. But the bikes have more power, they're better, so the tracks get bigger. The consequence of hitting some of these sections is more dangerous. And then somebody else said, well, just don't do it. Don't do that scary quad. Well, again, this season it might not apply, but if you're in a points battle and you want to beat the guy, you're probably gonna go for it. Yeah, you don't have to. And they said the comment said nobody's making you do it. Well, maybe nobody's making you do it, but your team is paying you and giving you bonus money to finish ahead of so-and-so, to finish in this position, to win. You know, it's their living. And so, yeah, and you might also say, well, it's their living. This is what they chose to do. That just, I don't know, that just seems so insensitive, right? And I'm not saying you have to be sensitive, okay? I'm not saying, you know, cry about whatever, but it just, I can't relate to him because I'm not a pro. But again, I have done some arena cross, and the local stuff isn't so bad. But I did go to an official arena cross event where I think it was Sunday or Saturday. The pros were racing, but then they had amateur night on Friday or Saturday. I don't remember. It was at the Quest Center in Omaha. And when I got on that track, I know it's just an arena cross track, but the catapult jump, the finish line, was scary big. I was shocked, actually, and the whoops were crazy. Like, the fact that some of the guys, and I know we're talking guys that can do, like Kyle Peters, who can race Supercross too, can ride the tops of those things, is crazy. That track was intimidating. So I can kind of see what they're saying. You know, Barsha has said don't put the tough blocks on the landing of the Supercross triple, but they're probably going to keep doing it because, hey, it's sponsors and they need a spot on the track. But yeah, that's just kind of my 2 cents about it. Again, I don't agree or disagree with anybody. I think it could go both ways, but that's just kind of a little bit about how I feel about it, I guess, or where I'm coming from when I say that. But yeah, talking about the race, Jason Anderson won the 450, and Austin Faulkner won the 250. That was a really good race, and it kind of made me sad because it showed us what we missed out on this season. We could have seen a Faulkner-Lawrence battle all season long in the 250 East, and unfortunately we didn't. We just got a small taste of what we were missing, and it was kind of a bummer. And Jet Lawrence won. He wrapped up the 250 East championship, so he is your 250 East champion. And Tomac just kind of backed off. He took it easy. I think he wants to wrap it up in Denver, his home state. People are going to go crazy. Daniel Blair was saying it. People are going to explode. The stadium is just going to come unglued, basically. So, yeah, could be a really special weekend for Tomac. And this track seems like pretty simple, so it might be tough. Everybody might be doing the same stuff, and I guess we'll see. But yeah, let me know in the comments what you guys think, and we'll go from there. But you guys and girls are absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for the support on the channel lately. It really does mean a lot. And until the next video, take it easy.